My manipulative coworker undermined me at work, became my boss, and now I am unemployed. My work colleagues sabotaged my career and made me resign without me realizing until it was too late. I worked in a high-powered, corporate office with a team of 6, and we were killing it until Natasha decided that I was a threat to her position in the company. We all aspired to be the best, and while we were an assertive group, Natasha became aggressive in her communication style and general demeanor. A shift came after I received an award, and being the manipulative person she is, she decided to start leeching off my success. Within a week she had changed her wardrobe, opting for the same suits as me. She began to have coffee with my work friends, hang out in the same places as us, and she even copied my haircut. I was incredulous and even asked my boss, "Are you seeing what's happening?" But I just came across as arrogant because what kind of a person accuses another person of wanting to be them? Determined to prove my point, I watched her like Hawkeye. Last month, there was a huge development. We were due to give presentations on a new sales strategy. Natasha stood up and, to my horror, presented my slideshow and all my notes, and then proposed 2 additional new ideas that I noted in my journal. This left me with nothing to contribute, and when my time came, she looked at me and winked. I excused myself and ran to my office. I found my journal and confirmed that those ideas were in there. I checked my laptop as well and it was all there. Later I approached my boss and showed him. He said,
"Okay, but how do I know you didn't copy her? Maybe you two are just on the same level."
I watched her take credit for my ideas and receive praise for my work and time again. I was ignored. My colleagues told me I must be stressed, overworked, or oversensitive because Natasha was a great girl and had nothing but lovely things to say about me. No one could see what was happening. She infiltrated anyone I was close to or became closer to. She would arrange nights out without inviting me, and when they asked her why she didn't invite me, she would say I tried but she is so behind on work, she needs to catch up. Which was a lie. I was always on top of everything. I felt so scared that I would lose my friends, my job, and my reputation. So, I hid my journal at home and got a new one for work, documented a load of CRP ideas, and kept my laptop on me at all times, and sure enough, Natasha began to flounder, unable to generate her ideas. Seeing the cracks show, I offered to take her out for a drink and she was delighted. Once I sat her down, she immediately started to pick my brain, but instead, I confronted her. She laughed at me and said, "I can't believe you had the audacity to invite me to a bar and put me on trial." She stormed out and left me alone. I had no idea how many other people she was working with. One by one, she started to pit us against one another. 2 weeks later, she targeted my boss, sidelined him, and took over his role. For the next 2 years, I was in a living hell. My old boss reached out and finally acknowledged her devious plots. He told me that she railroaded him, and one by one, my friends started to leave. But I had another plan. I decided to stay in the company so I could form a case. I documented everything over 2 years, from emails to briefs and conversations with my colleagues. I arranged a meeting with the CEO to tell her everything and finally expose Natasha. We sat down, I turned on my laptop, and it was all gone. I mean, everything. All that was left was an email from Natasha. "I am so sorry that you have decided to leave. You will be missed. I have passed on your letter to the CEO. Good luck with your career." I looked up at the CEO, who had produced a letter. She said, "Right, let's discuss your last day," and I remained speechless. As hard as I tried, I couldn't prove anything, and when I fought back, the CEO dismissed my views, saying it's only natural to panic once you have made a big decision, but I think it will be for the best given your relationship with Natasha. Now she remains in the world, and I wonder how many other lives she has ruined and why.